how you have involved our whole family in your guys' relationship and reached out to all of us and not been all exclusive. So thank you for that. To begin, I have my little notes here. I just want to say I've learned so much from watching you guys go through this relationship together. And when Sarah and I were plight mates, have you ever heard of that term before? Well, good, I think I made it up. It's partway between playmates and fight mates, because that's what we were back in the good old days. And but in one of our happier moments of playing and just sharing hearts, I guess, really, one day I remember Sarah told me, she was probably, I'm gonna guess, maybe 10, maybe 9 years old. She said, "Rachel, you know what kind of man I've always dreamed of? Are you scared yet?" She says, "Well, he's really tall," that was good, "and he's got jet black hair, and he loves horses, and he's gonna have 100 of them." And she said, "That's my dream man." And then I remember Alex coming along and her saying, "Rachel, Alex is the man of my dreams." And I thought, wow, it's true. Love really does make us blind. So here's to blindness forever. Okay, you don't have to drink to that one because it's not totally true. I know she's not really blind, and that truly, in her heart, the man of her dreams was not just the right color of hair or how many horses he has, but it really was a heart that she was looking for in her dream man, and a heart after God, and a heart that loved people. And I think we all agree, we all know, and Sarah certainly knows, that Alex is that man. And in fact, I'll just share, one of my little sisters came to me and said, "Rachel, I really want to marry someone a lot like Alex, because he treats Sarah like a princess, like a queen, and I want my man to treat me the way he treats her." And I thought that was so special and so sweet, that and such a testimony to just your true unconditional love for her, and deeper than that, it's an affection that you're willing to display, that in a way that other people notice and can see, and it's really beautiful. So here's to Alex always treating Sarah like a princess. You can drink to that one. What? Oh, sure, but I get to have it back.
He has over 100 horses because he has a vehicle that has over 100 horsepower. So that does count.
You were just in front of the speaker, so I turned it down.
Oh, thank you. So now I have to remember where I was at. Oh, and then Sarah, I have been so blessed by watching you through this relationship, in the way that through everything, through thick and thin, through all the trials that you've gone through together, all the hard moments that, yes, you were in tears and working through situations, and I never, ever, ever heard an ill word spoken out of your mouth about him. And yes, you'd share your concerns, but never an ill word. And that speaks volumes, and that is such a testimony, and so beautiful to me as a sister, because if anybody heard the ill words, it would have been me. And I never heard that. And I just am really grateful for your example of honoring Alex and respecting him, and also the openness that you guys have had in your relationship. That's meant a lot to me, to see you guys just be really open and honest with each other about everything, even if what you were feeling was you felt hurt or you didn't understand, that you didn't just stuff it in, but you were willing to talk it out, but not how dare you, and I hate you, or what are you thinking, but with love and with kindness and an understanding heart and compassion, and it's just been really beautiful to watch you guys. So thank you so much for your relationship. So here is also to Sarah treating Alex with that kind of unconditional respect and honor all of the days of her life. Here, here. And I should have something to drink, oh my. And finally, as you guys go forward together and build your family together and your home, that I've watched you up to this point really put God as the very center of your relationship. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I have seen you guys or heard you guys over the phone stop and pray about just everything that comes along the way, and that because of that, God has directed you and He's given you a lot of peace in your relationship and a lot of security and stability because you have drawn close to Him, and as a result, He's drawn you close to each other. And may that also continue forever for the rest of your lives. So, here to you guys, Alex and Sarah, seeking God first with their whole heart, making Him the center of their relationship, and building a home and a family built on the rock.
Probably been worn out by now, the height difference between them, but Sarah seemed to mention something about it during the wedding ceremony by looking up to him, right? Okay, well, what's funny is that, or maybe peculiar is a better way to put it, is that there's a height difference of 12 inches between Pam and myself, okay? And we've been married for over 30 years, so that's not going to cause any problems with you. Okay, but what I'm starting to think of is, because I'm an electrical engineer and analytical, and I start making comparisons, well, I'm thinking, okay, if it's a foot between Pam and I, and now it's 15 inches between you and Sarah, if you should have a son, and he should marry somebody, is there going to be a 20-inch height difference between them? So that's not a toast. But I thought it was interesting to share with everybody. Who's next?
Sarah, it's such a pleasure to be here. And Alex, I know you barely, but somewhere in the last 5 years you became a man, and so I really don't know you. And Sarah, I'm looking at this picture on my fridge, and I'm looking at this woman whom I met when she was the age of my 6-week-old, and feeling rather maternal at the moment. So proud of you. I'm so grateful to be here. My husband made me come, and I'm so glad he did. He said, "You are not missing this wedding." So, very happy to be here. Lord bless you, Lord keep you, and continue on in what you're already doing, in that you are loving each other and loving your Lord. And, you know, there's all this idea of what do we do now, and what do we start, continue on in what you're doing and loving Him. And thank you for your kindness and in honestly giving us the opportunity to witness this today, that you've opened us up to all of us, that we don't have to miss this beautiful, amazing occasion. So Lord bless you. Here's to you both in continuing on in what He's already shown you to do. So love you. About a year and a half ago, Alex had asked me some questions about my relationship with Jason and how that courtship was going and everything, and I had a really wonderful conversation with him on the phone. I've known him for a long time, but it was in that conversation that I started to realize that he was really seeking the Lord, and I was blessed. And I saw some maturity in him that I was just like, wow. And I realized, God, you have some wonderful things for this guy. When I found out that Alex and Sarah were courting, I got really excited. I've known you both separately, and watching God put you together has been a joy, an absolute joy. You guys have our prayers, and you have our love, and I look forward to seeing what God will do with you both. But keep serving Him. It is wonderful. You get to see God in a whole new way and a whole new light. It's precious. It's a beautiful picture. So congratulations to you both. Love you.
I really appreciate what Paul reminded us of in the ceremony. We are all witnesses to your fidelity. And because marriage is difficult, two people coming from different places, different families, different backgrounds, different baggage, different whatever, that God will work through each of you to hone each other. If there is ever a time when you're even doubting that you should stay faithful to this woman, there are over 30 men here that you can go to who will encourage you and encourage you and encourage you to keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you've started a good thing now. It is a good thing that we get a wife. Solomon had it right. He had too many, but he had it right. It is a good thing. And you have a good thing. Don't mess it up. Amen. Here's to Alex and Sarah. A good thing. Amen? Amen.
So it's very exciting to get to be here. And it's, Dan and Catherine really have encouraged Stephanie and I with our family and our kids. And through that, as Stephanie got to know Sarah a little better, it became one of those things where Sarah would come in, watch our kids sometimes. And she's the only person that we would leave our 4 kids with. And we've got to go on more than one anniversary trip because she and her sister would come and watch our kids. And we feel very blessed, like she's very much getting prepared and going to be, well, a great mother someday. But over the last year and a half and really getting to know Alex and spend some time together, I get excited as I spend time with him and see how he just has this spirit about him that seeks to enjoy life and have a great time. And I'm so excited for Sarah to get to be part of that adventure. So here's to the adventure for Sarah and Alex coming up.
All right, I'm going to give a little bit of history. Now, I'm generally not a talker, so I'm not sure how this is going to come out, but let's see. So, Alex and I met at church, at Grace Bible, quite by, I guess, by a mistake. And the mistake was, Alex, when he reached out his hand, he thought I was the oldest in our family, Daniel, and I guess I'm not sure where he had gotten that, but he soon found out he was wrong. But from that initial reaching out, quite a friendship, and we got involved together in filmmaking. We did a bunch of different things, and started to communicate on a regular basis. And so I would go and do video projects with him, and so Sarah became my chauffeur, and so she'd come help, and you have to hear the Sarah and Alex's side of the story. But before long, Alex's attention moved off of me and more towards my sister. Neglected friend. Lunch sounds good. So before long, instead of Sarah being my chauffeur, oh, what is the term? You were her chaperone. Yes, I became her chaperone. And so, yeah, we're still friends. And I was in quite a position. Alex would tell me what he thought of Sarah, and would confide in me. And then on the other side, Sarah would also share with me where she was at, what she was thinking, and so I got to go back and forth and see both sides, and so I feel very privileged. But so I guess that's it. I don't know if I have any embarrassing moments.
They were all on you.
All right. Said Alex and Sarah.